Hey, what's up, guys? Instigator92 here, and this past week was a pretty big week for Halo. So I kind of like to talk about the updates that came to Halo Infinite, and a little bit about the Halo 2 tournament that happened over this past weekend. Okay, so the first thing I'd like to talk about is the update that came out for Halo Infinite last week. We got some brand new maps into matchmaking, mostly in the Delta Arena playlist, all classic maps from Halo 2. We got Beaver Creek, Lockout, Warlock, Midship, Sanctuary, Ascension, and Turf. And other additions into the Delta Arena playlist are the Legacy Halo modes. So we've got Old School Oddball with the old scoring, Old School King of the Hill with the old scoring, we've got Slayer, and Flag. All legacy versions of what those game modes used to be. And in those legacy game modes, we also have classic Halo gameplay. No sprint, no clamber, no G-slides, just a pure focus on map control and gun skill. Along with this playlist that we also got a brand new weapon, the MA5K Avenger. This is the starting weapon in the Delta Arena playlist. And so far, I'd say things are alright. Since it's an SMG, you do not have access to range right off the get. The MA5K Avenger itself is a pretty solid weapon. You know, it does what it's supposed to do as an SMG. It shreds up close, and then the further out you get, not so much. I do think it hinders the Delta Arena playlist a little bit, admittedly. Because if you have one team where everyone starts picking up battle rifles, bandit evos, commandos, it is very easy to put the opposing team in a blender, especially if their players are not picking up these weapons that they should be picking up, and they're not focusing on controlling what they need to on the map, especially with power weapons. The worst map right now, I would say, is Beaver Creek. That one is the easiest one to be put in and get stuck in a blender. To go along with this playlist and the Halo 2 anniversary, we have some brand new cosmetics in the shop. We've got the Halo 2 armor from Halo 2's campaign for Master Chief. We have Helios Grill with an attachment that makes it look more like the Arbiter from Halo 2. You know, these are just some cool, fun cosmetics for people that want to have their character maybe look more like a traditional Spartan than the current ones we have, and maybe have that Helios Grill that was very popular in Halo 5. You know, it's all done pretty tastefully. Sucks that we have to buy such a thing, but if you want it, it's there. It's not necessary. I got the bundle because I wanted to wear the Helios Grill for a little bit and have the Halo 2 Master Chief. And it's been pretty fun playing the Delta Arena playlist while being a Spartan from Halo 2. Along with this update came a brand new Operation Pass. In this one, the rewards are earning a set of armor that'll have you looking like Artos from Halo 2, or you might know him as Shipmaster from Halo 3 or Halfjaw. Pretty cool looking armor set. And then if you buy the Operation Pass, you get the Halo 2 sniper rifle model. I don't usually buy these new Operation Passes, but since I like the weapon model, I got it myself. It sucks that I have to put out extra cash for such a thing, and that it's not just something added to the exchange as, hey, thanks for playing our game, here's something to spend some of your exchange points on. Hopefully they kind of learn as they go here with the exchange and start adding more stuff like that, because the best thing we got in there so far was probably the Haunted Pilot helmet, I believe, and I don't think there's really been anything else crazy in there. This update also happened to introduce third-person mode. So instead of just Halo being a first-person perspective, there's now a third-person camera that can be used with Forge. So there's going to possibly be some more mini-games that we'll see come out that take advantage of this. I'm kind of excited. Currently it's only in matchmaking through Firefight, but I would like to see some Halo playlists come out with some PvP to play this, because I've always liked third-person shooters and first-person. You know, growing up, always a big Halo and Gears of War guy. The camera perspective doesn't mean anything to me, one way or the other. It's still the same game, and I would still play it. For those who may not have been aware, this past week was the 20th anniversary of Halo 2, and we ended up getting a Halo 2 LAN for the first time in years. It was really fun to watch. A lot of the old pros showed up with some new, and it was just classic Halo fun. I honestly never thought that I would ever see a classic Halo tournament like that ever again. Very enjoyable to watch, like that high level gameplay from back in the day. Halo 2 was pretty much 6th grade all throughout middle school for me. So that was like a really cool throwback just to see all that again. It's safe to say that this past week has been pretty nostalgia filled for me. It really makes me want to see a classic Halo game again, something like Halo 2 or Halo 3. I really do believe those were the golden years for Halo for a reason. I think once you started hitting Reach and on, Halo kind of started to turn into something a little bit different. And I don't think it's necessarily for the better. I think if we could go back to what really worked well for Halo as a series, there's no reason we couldn't be seeing the same success as what Counter-Strike has. They've had the same formula for years. They haven't changed it. And look how many people you still have playing Counter-Strike to this day. They came out with Counter-Strike 2. All it was some updates and a brand new engine with some bug fixes. Maybe not a perfect release, but I believe Halo can do and be the same thing that it always has been. I don't think we need all this advanced movement. I'm personally not a huge fan of it. I have learned it. I'd rather not have it, as I can only say that so many times. To me, advanced movement simply is not fun. I don't have that ADHD, I guess, required to really want to have to constantly do it. It's just extra actions per minute. And I'd rather go back to that focus on map control, power weapon control, and gun skill versus movement and gun skill, and maybe map control kind of ends up taking that back seat a little bit. But hey, these are just my opinions. Not everyone thinks like me. So let me know what you think of this past week with the updates. If you watched the Halo 2 tournament, did you enjoy it? And would you like to see a classic Halo as much as I would, or do you like the newer style of Halo, maybe more akin to Halo Infinite than Halo 5? If you made it this far, I appreciate you guys sticking around to the end of the video. If you haven't already, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one.